Folks, how's it going? My name is Nate. Welcome to Wake Up World. If this is your first time watching, let me just go ahead and just cover some things real quick. What I do here is I talk about events going around the world, much like other people do online, and that's great. My objective is get the truth out there, get people thinking, and I would really like feedback. That is the one thing that does not happen, so I would like it. The one thing I do ask is you just listen to what I got to say. Hear me out. Listen to what I got to say. The comment box is open. You're welcome to comment there. I may not respond. I most likely will try to. I usually am pretty good about that. You're welcome to email me. My email is there. If you agree or disagree or what your thoughts on it. One thing you will not find here is political correctness. I am not politically correct. In fact, I am against political correctness. It's because of political correctness, the way this world is going. With that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a subject that I started to talk about a little bit a couple weeks ago, and this just kind of dawned on me today talking to a friend of mine. I was kind of thinking about, what video I should do this week. I was going to talk about one subject on frequently asked questions, but the question I have is as titled, "What is next?" Now, before I get into what I'm talking about, understand this. I do not hate an individual because they are homosexual. I do not agree with it at all. I am against it in the manner of what is being done. Am I against the person? No, I try to love people the best I can. I try to be fair with people the best I can. I'm not trying to bash anybody, but I'm trying to get people to really wake up and ask themselves the question, what is next? Because understand this, and this is going to come across really blunt. Do you understand that homosexuality has been around since the beginning of time? In this country, homosexuality was not really a big thing, and all of a sudden it's the popular thing. There's even homosexuals that will agree with that. The question I have to ask is, now that we're dealing with the issue of the gender bathroom issue. I talked about it a few weeks ago. I said, hey, look, the world's going to be the world. This is not going to stop. But now I have to ask the question is, what is next? Why do I ask that? Again, what I was saying with the whole homosexual thing, it's been in this country for a long time. It's been in this world for a long time. But all of a sudden, in the last 2 years, understand this. Really think about this. In the last 2 years, it has become extremely popular. People called it, a win for freedom. You know what? Look, you're in this country. You have the right to do so. Do I agree with it? No, I do not. At all. Do I hate you? No, I don't. But the thing is, it was a big issue. And now it's barely talked about. So guess what? We had a bunch of, stuff happen. It created a little bit of chaos, a little bit of division. And now we're on to the next thing. The gender issue in the bathroom. Is it really a good thing to have a male bathroom just for males and a female bathroom just for males, or females? Excuse me. Well, that's basically what it's getting at. Is I don't even know how to say this. A male identifies himself as a female because he feels like he's supposed to be a female, vice versa, a female a male, and they get to go, okay. Not attacking anybody, but atheists bring up all the time, the whole evolving of animals, and animals have sex with the same sex, like a male dog and a male dog. Okay, that's really dominant. But anyways, so let me ask you this: does that male dog still have balls? I know that's coming from a pastor. It sounds weird, but does a male dog not have balls? What does that make him? By sex, by genital area, that most definitely is a boy. I'm just saying. So my question is, again, I'm not trying to attack anybody. This is actually a big issue because this is spreading across the world. It's not just affecting here in America. It is across the whole world. My next question is, now that the federal government is stepping in places like North Carolina and forcing that this issue, that they have to open their bathrooms like everybody else. Do you not understand the problem here? It is no longer the freedom that you have the right to go in there as a male. And you're going to have your own stall, and you know that there's going to be other males in there, regardless of what they choose to identify themselves as. Not a woman coming in with breasts and not a penis and says she identifies herself. I don't even have to say this. He identifies herself. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just really, you understand the confusion and the twisting that's going on in this world, and it's spreading like wildfire. So my question is this: what is next? Can I give you an answer of what I think? Because this has dawned on me. I was talking to a friend at work. Could it be? I'm just asking the question. Your thoughts, please put in the comments. Please, 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 because I'd like to continue the subject now. Again, the world's going to be the world, but what do we have to look for? What is next? We have the homosexual thing and equal rights in marriage. Now we have the bathroom thing and the equal rights of what you identify yourself as. So this is really going to make some people mad. I'm a big Second Amendment supporter, so if I were to buy the evil bad rifle that everybody think kills everybody just by laying there, I'm going to say that identifies itself as a harmless broomstick. That's basically what we're doing here. No, what is next? I really think it's incest. It's already starting to happen. There was an article not too long ago, and I haven't really fact-checked this. You can look it up on Snopes. I think that's what it's called. A mom married her son. You know, it's things like this. That's my question, is what is next? For the last 2 years, it's been equal rights in marriage. Now it is the whole gender bathroom thing. That's probably going to extend off until Christmas, until something else comes along. Could it be incest? Could it be bestiality? What is next? What is the sexual perversion that's next? Look, it's not just the problem. Homosexuality is not just the problem. The transgender bathrooms is not just a problem. Honestly, I'm gonna go pastor mode on you here, people. Look, we have a sin issue. We have a heart issue. Can I read something to you? And I don't read this to scare you, but just let this sink in, okay? In 2 Timothy, this is New Testament. You should read what I'm reading in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Man, you read after verses 14 on through, you can just, that's not just talking about America, but that's talking about the whole world, what we're looking into, what we're going into. But in 2 Timothy chapter 3, I've read this a few times, it says this: godlessness in the last days, and it says, but understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable. Sorry, I got screwed up there. Unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness, but denying its power. Avoid such people, for among them are those who creep into households of... I'll just stop right there, okay? That's not just talking about the world here. This is mostly to address my fellow believers in Jesus Christ. This is to address the church, exactly what 2 Timothy 2:3 is addressing, because the church is condoning these things. And tell me I'm wrong on this. People, it is time to wake up and understand there is an agenda happening right here to divide people into separate groups. And those that align themselves with God, they'll be the outsiders. They will be the minority. We always have been. Jesus said that if they hate you, know that they hated him first. Look, I'm not trying to condemn anyone. I'm not trying to come apart that, look, I had my own screw-ups. I mess with homosexuality. I mess with a lot of things. But I can tell you this, having a relationship with Jesus Christ has changed my life entirely. It is not something that is fake. It is real. He is alive right now, and he cares about you. What you are right now, what you identify yourself as right now, understand this: God identifies you as a son or a daughter of him. Do you know him? Because he is returning. And I don't say that to scare you and make you just jump to your knees real quick and say, Jesus, I need you. No, he authentically wants to know you now and for eternity, as he created you in your mother's womb. He has a plan and a purpose for you. It is not about a religion. It's about being right with the one who created you. repeating what Jesus said often in crowds, those who have ears, let them hear. God bless.